All right. It is Sunday night, 7:30 ish. Appreciate you all's patience. Appreciate you all working with us as we work through this thing called technology. I think we got it figured out. So we are back once again for another week in the man cave. Want to say appreciate y'all rocking with us. Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. We do not take it for granted. Do appreciate you. Got a lot to talk about. Good conversation. We are Polk the number one source for Polk County High School basketball. And um, before we get started, I want to say what's up to the All State coach, All State PG. What's going on with y'all, fellas?
What
Going
up,
on?
fellas? Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Happy Merry Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve, however you do about it. To Alexander, Merry Christmas to you. Appreciate you, sir. Um, so, not sure if you got anything.
I
Do
ain't got nothing to talk about.
they want to pause the tape for a while, and you'll just jump in when you feel all right about it, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have a specific topic though.
Yeah, I just ask just to be consistent. If you got it, you run on. If you don't, that's fine. But coach, I'm not sure about you either, coach. I know you've you know, been through a lot. So once again, thoughts and prayers with you and all the family. Um,
Appreciate it, coach.
Continued prayers, man. So not sure if you got anything, but just being consistent. Gonna ask again anyway. If
Nah, coach, I don't have anything right now. Like you said, the circumstances. Um, I'm pretty sure something will come up in the show. We'll get it popping and entertaining.
yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. Okay. All right. Well, so first thing, man. Last week, you know, Coach McGriff at Bartow doing this thing where he calls it Mondays with McGriff, right? And been doing having some good topics talking about primarily about how his team is doing, how they doing, the week that was, the week that is, things of that nature. And so his episode this past week, I guess episode 4, he did like a kind of a deep dive. I don't want to say deep dive, probably wasn't deep for him, but about basketball with how he uses analytics, a portion of analytics, because we know McGriff ain't never given up all his stuff, with how he, uses it to coach, how he uses it to analyze, how he uses it to make adjustments, and how he uses it to break down wins and losses. Now, bro, I know you do analytics with, in your business and things that you're doing, but I guess my first thought was I thought that was kind of um, interesting how he broke that down. I want to get you all's take on, is he just ahead of the game with using analytics? Is it a place for it in high school basketball? Uh, are folks kind of scared of it? It just seemed like it would be
He's not
something.
the first to use it though.
He's not the first.
No, Tony Longer used analytics all the time when he was coaching at Kathleen, and no, and the difference is when Coach Longer used it, nobody understood where it was coming from because you don't really start pushing that button until you get to college. So Coach Longer used to break it down to a point where kids that thought they was great 3-point shooters or whatever it was is why he didn't want them taking certain shots. You know what I'm saying? So with McGriff at the level he is as a coach, I think it's a great valuable tool because he does shoot a lot of three balls. He can explain to the kids why he doesn't want them taking the threes or why he doesn't want them doing, etc. You mostly don't see it unless it's in college and above, and that's definitely the what pushes the next level of a kid who we would never understand why a kid could average 15 points in NBA and still get traded to another team until you start breaking down what the stats look like. So it's a stat pusher that you use as a valuable tool when you're going up against kids who think they know more than you, or parents, because they probably wouldn't want to hear that, you know. So,
Tom, I agree with you. It actually determines rotation. It determines who finishes games compared to who may start the game. When you're looking at analytics, you might look at um, people criticize me for not starting Doug um, when we won a state championship, but Doug was a great finisher compared to him, being a great starter. Alante Fenner was a great starter compared to him being, a great finisher. And that, um, looking at field goal percentages, 3-point percentages, that also determine like who's going to take that last shot. You know what I'm saying? Who I want in there when we need to hit some free throws. We're up. We got to hit some free throws to finish this game. It gives me the platform to have that conversation with that particular kid. Like, why are we taking this shot where in practice you're shooting less than 20%, and in the game you're shooting a such and such percentage? Maybe we need to look at something different. You know what I'm saying? We did that back then, and now with the girls, and that's one of the tools that we're using. I wish we did better um, with practice in charting shots. But that's heavy in the college game. They chart shots in the college game. They have GAs and other people helping, and they're just a percentage for everything. Everything is a numbers game. You know what I'm saying? You use those numbers to make the best decision possible in order to help your team win. So I'm with it.
And to kind of piggyback on that point, so I was watching on the stats and the numbers you're talking about, and finishing the game. So kids nowadays they real big on starting. They want to start because that's prestige, I guess. I was looking at this uh, clip, I guess, and they decided to rank the NBA's top six with a six man for the six man off every team, but the way they ranked them was how they scored in high school. And so I just did the top six. I just want y'all to listen real quick. Then I'm ask you a question. So number six, he played with Indiana right now, Malachi Pittman. So he averaged 29.7 points a game in high school. He was the Washington Player of the Year coming out of high school. Five is KCP. That used to play with the Lakers. Play with Denver right now. He averaged 31 points a game in high school. 31 points a game. He was a five-star recruit out of Greenville, Georgia. Number four was Colin Sexton. He played with Utah right now. He averaged 32.6 points a game. He was a five-star coming out of high school. Number three is TJ McConnell with the 76ers, 34.2 points a game, 8.2 rebounds, 9.1 assists, Pittsburgh Player of the Year. Two was Pat Beverly. In high school, Pat Beverly averaged 37.3 points a game in Chicago and 8 steals a game. And number one was Luke Kennard with the Clippers, averaged 40 a game coming out of high school. All them guys come off the bench now in the NBA, and none of them are averaging them kind of points in the league. So how do we get kids to? I don't know. I know when I coach, I used to tell kids, you shouldn't be so concerned about who's starting. You should be more concerned about who finishing. And kind of, to the point of analytics, I wonder how many kids know that these guys that's coming off the bench in the league, Pat Beverly is probably the name kind of jumps out at you because all the stuff he do. If you weren't careful, you wouldn't know Pat was giving you 37 a game in high school. So sometimes I think our kids have a different reality, and when we bring it to the attention of for discussion, we kind of get the brunt of it. But I mean, what's y'all take on it? I know y'all get basketball guys, so it's probably gonna surprise you them numbers, but I just thought that was an interesting take on how they looked at six men in the league compared to how they were in high school.
I seen a podcast with Pat Beverly on it, and bro, they was saying Pat Beverly was a whole problem in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? It was a whole problem. He was giving it to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But Pat told them I had to change my game. I had to do what I had to do in order to sustain in the league. And he affected the game more than scoring. You know what I'm saying? He was a problem on defense. You know what I'm saying? He just gives you energy. He's that a-hole type of player that everybody wants on their team. You know what I'm saying? But you never want to play against. But so he did whatever was necessary in order for him to have and maintain a career in the NBA, and everybody else was like that you named also. You know what I'm saying? Like Jamal Crawford, bro. Probably one of the greatest six men ever. The microwave, bro. They used to give people buckets back in the day. But they was willing to accept a certain role and thrive in it, coach. They thrive in those roles. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be superstars, coach. Everybody's not Hall of Famers. So let's go out here and get a good NBA career. Let's collect this check and retire at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? If you're fortunate enough to be an all-star and top tier player, great. If not, just make sure you do enough to, maintain your family for the rest of your life.
Okay. PG, any thoughts?
Nah, what Billy D was saying was good. I just don't think kids even got that mental mindset to even want to hear those type of stories at the age they're at, because they already think they're just that good. So I don't know how you can even preach to them unless you're just dominant winning program about them accepting that type of role. You
But
know what I'm
coach,
saying?
you got top 100 players playing on some travel teams coming off the bench.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm just saying, like on a high school team, it's just the kid doesn't really want to hear accept that. It's hard unless you're a winning program. You got kids on Mount Verb that are Division I players that are coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? I agree with everything you said, Billy D. But I'm just thinking like the kids we have now, especially here, everyone thinks they're better than what they are. So when you break down that situation of where they have to play that type of role, they're more affected by it in a negative way than they want to hear it in a positive way.
Let's speak on that. When and where, I don't know if when is the right word, where did it come from? The perception that a player is somehow better, and not necessarily by our standards, because that'd be the first thing is who we think we is, who think they is to be saying it. But when it become, where did that perception come from that you're better than you are? I mean, is it like
It comes
every
from the bleachers.
what happened?
It comes from the bleachers.
Oh, from the parents, from the stands, from the fans, from everybody.
From the stands. Yeah, from the people that's in the stands. That I'm to this day, even probably when Billy D was coaching, even when you was coaching, why Doug wasn't starting. Doug was better than this player. It just comes from the bleachers. And some people listen to the bleachers instead of listening to what's more effective for what the team, what's on the front of the jersey. But that comes from the bleachers, bro.
It does. And what I told my kids is not to let outside noise come in this locker room because it could destroy us. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I brought Doug off the bench, but I had four kids that averaged double digits that year, and Doug was one of them. He thrived in the role that we gave him. You know what I'm saying? He even came off the bench for each one teach one that year, and like I said, he's a Division I recruit, and he thrived in that role. You know what I'm saying? He came off the bench firing, and I know anything you bringing off the bench is not better than him. You know what I'm saying? So like if you let that outside noise come in the locker room, bro, it's gonna destroy you. And again, analytics, coach. You talked about analytics earlier. Let's talk about analytics now. People think they are better. Well, let's look at them numbers. Them numbers is really gonna tell us, how good you really are. You think you better than this person and better than that person, but yet the numbers don't say that. You know what I'm saying? So of course you can go out there and average, you know, a high number, and you playing in the wheelchair league.
Hmm.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
so y'all say both of y'all say the fans, the stands, but people been coming to games before now. So why is it so much more prevalent now than it was when the people was coming in the stands before?
Also, coach, man,
Yes.
level of competition. Level of competition. Some of these travel teams, they go out and they're not playing, elite level programs. So therefore, when you got kids giving it to teams that they should be giving it to, so they come back and think they're actually better than what they are. You know what I'm saying? Then when we play great competition, you know, we're wondering what's happening with these particular kids and what with these particular teams. They get out there and they get a false mentality that they're actually better than what they are because they're not playing at a high elite level, even in travel ball.
And there's nothing's is changing the bleachers. The bleachers are like the streets. They gonna have that going on forever and ever because in the bleachers you got a million people that know how to coach.
But
And
it,
you
okay,
can't, you can't coach that.
so if the bleachers ain't changed, then it's a change somewhere, right? Because we seen it. Was it like this back in the day? Like Cash one,
Yeah.
thinking that you Cash was like this. So this like
It's
this been going on way for
This
time.
going on, bro. It's just
Come on,
now
coach.
you have more access to people just transferring. The rules are different, but this ain't just started.
Come on, coach. Coming up, oh, I was better than such and such, but coach didn't like me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But what was the numbers? You always got those. We always had that.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The coach didn't like me, or something happened. I didn't have the grades. You know what I'm saying? But in the end, you got to go out there and prove to them people that you're better than that person. You know what
So
I'm saying? You got to compete.
did you find is it surprising to you today? Not like today, but like to Mark today, Reese, to find out that you was that coach. Like some kids that I didn't like, I didn't even know I didn't like them until they got grown. And it, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even know I had man. Coach Barnes had beef with me. Coach Barnes he was holding me back. Hey, hold on now. When you was playing for me, I was calling your number, trying to get you out. You're trying to get you to get off. But then when you grown, it get back to me that yeah, I held you back. I mean maybe that's just me. Maybe it was just out in North Lakeland, but it's surprising how many kids. Not it's not a lot, but it's been a few that I didn't like that I didn't know I didn't like until much later.
Yeah, I get the same thing.
Okay.
Especially when I was coaching football. We was playing favoritism. It was favoritism that. But like I say, your trust is earned in practice. It's what you do in practice. And then when
You
we
know,
call your number in the game, what I'm saying, you got to produce. We can't just keep giving you the opportunity and you don't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying?
most
We're gonna
you
trust
remember
those that
the N1 guys thought they could play in the NBA. Remember how the N1 guys used to think that, and it was like a laughing stock to NBA players. And I remember somebody was breaking down the type of stats they were having in the NBA. And it was like average players. So now you look at the high school level, the good street ball players who can't play no lick of organized basketball be the main ones that had that conversation about its favoritism and all this and that. Because I've been a basketball player, I've seen guys that could get up in a game of 10, no plays getting called, just running up and down, look like they can play. And then you start running sets, in practice and telling somebody they got to know where to go, how to jump to the ball, how to set a screen, how to be able to pass the screen away, and they don't know none of that. They don't even understand it. You get two different versions of a player. There's no coach that's gonna take that and play that because organized basketball is just different. So you gonna get that. You gonna you
Makes sense. Makes sense. I thought it was an interesting conversation. So, as we transition, want to say congratulations to Winter Haven. Last week went up to Tennessee and won the Alpha Invitational. Congrats to the Blue Devils. I also want to say, give a, I guess a congrats. I don't know if it's congrats, but shout out to Lake Gibson and Davenport made it to the championship and the tournaments that they went to last week. So shout out to both of those programs. So, any thoughts on last week, fellas? Any thoughts on what you all heard, read? Was there discussion about the teams that chose to play last week about how felt like we did? I was
I
just
don't know how we did. How our stats was totally. I
I
know
think some teams got better. It's a couple teams get better. You know what I'm saying? For Davenport to make the championship, for Winter Haven to win it, I think they're going up too, and they're playing at a high level. They're really reason why Winter Haven is really doing well is because their role players are actually playing well. You got people coming off the bench, in different games getting double digits,
how
bro.
deep. Yeah.
They at least 8 deep, at least 8. Um, I know if one kid um got some issues, and if they get him back, bro, they could be 8 to 9 deep easily, easily.
That's good.
You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? Like even my girls, even though I wasn't with them, they lost in the championship game, pretty much against the number one team in Virginia. You know
Saw
what I'm
that.
saying? So they got better. It's some teams that got better. You know what I'm saying? I know Victory, they had a win at the City of Palms, which was that's good. That's major for them. Um, Lakeland beating Boyd Anderson.
Boy,
That's major
that's
for them.
trash.
That's a
Boy,
that's a confidence builder. Regardless, it's a
no.
confidence builder.
Boy,
Regardless,
that's trash, bro.
understood. But it's still a confidence builder, though.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
for Lakeland, boy, Anderson.
that's what I'm saying. People put themselves in a position in order to improve. I think Santa Fe going to Jacksonville and getting humbled that first game, kind
Hold on,
of.
I can stop you because you just said something earlier, and then I'm telling you, boy, Anderson's trash. And you say that's a confidence builder, but you just said you just said about these players playing on these terrible teams, and then coming back. Boy, Anderson was trash, bro. Late Regis should have beat him.
uh-oh.
That could
Should
have been.
have, but
That could
should
have
have,
been.
but it didn't.
That could have been two wins. Lakeland got a good tip in something at the end to steal that
Mhm.
one.
Tap in, but
I get where you going with it because Boy Anderson's been carrying a traditional name out of Broward County,
Yes.
but they just
Only
trash.
thing, only thing I'm saying, Toomer, is they're not getting worse. They just getting better. Whether it's a little improvement or a lot of improvement, at least they're playing and they're improving. It's some people not even playing. So
That's
how can
okay.
you improve?
So team
How
that
can you
playing,
improve?
that's a good thing that you're playing.
And
But
you get out and playing different people too.
so what about is it Discovery?
Bro, that was a wake up call. Bro, y'all not there yet. Y'all not
So
there yet.
but they play games. So do you feel like they got better?
No, I think they got a reality check. That's what I think they got. So what they need to do is regroup, humble themselves, and get back to working hard and getting after people. You know what I'm saying? I think they probably put that ship too far ahead of what it actually was. You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
listening to Billy D, the media guy, right now. Not Billy D, the real, the real talking Billy D. I'm just listening to the media guy right now.
Bro, I mean, it is what it is. But like I said, everything always work itself out. It always work itself out. That was a reality check for Discovery. Hopefully they come back after Christmas and get themselves together.
Well, I thought they was not playing a level of competition they need to play anyway. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
agree.
So the year it just kind of showed
I
up.
didn't know who they played like they got that type of wake up call, but I just felt like they was the game they won wasn't the type of games that we would move them to rank them number 2. And I almost got beat up through the screen the other day.
Yeah.
But
So
I didn't feel like they were a number 2 team off of the strength of schedule.
well, we about to go to the new top 10. Some debate, not unanimous, but
Yeah,
last week we Barto last week before we picked the games, but last week Tuma went Tuma and Coach both went PG and Coach both went 4-1. I went 3-2. Lake Region let me down.
who lost? Who we had that loss?
Boyd Anderson, Lakeland. Lakeland beat Boyd Anderson.
Oh,
all three of us picked Boyd Anderson. Y'all both picked Boyd Anderson. I picked Lake Region. Should have flipped it, I guess. But then
that was a close game, right?
It was close. Got 4 points. Yeah, like it's tough. Lake Region only gave up. This would be tough as a coach. If you tell me I'm only gonna give up 11 second half points, I gotta feel like I got a good chance to win. Lake Region gave up 11 second half points and still lost. And the team did score 50. Our thing is to be if we can hold people under 50, we feel like we got a real good shot to win. So you held the people under 50 and they only scored 11 points second half and you still lost. That was a tough conversation in the locker room. I mean, I know they couldn't hit nothing. They had a bad shooting night, but even saying that, you only go 43 points, you got to feel like you got a good shot to win. But having said that, they lost. So I was 3-2. So the total for the season right now, PG is at 21-4, and Coach and Mia at 20-5. So PG got a 1-game lead.
I lost 4 games.
Yeah, you lost 4 games. You lost 1 last week.
Lost the Bills, so I can quit picking them.
You know who is? What he said?
Who they is, so I can quit picking them.
Well, you picked Boyd Anderson last week. You went 5-2 the week before that. You and Coach both did. And then the first week, the week before that, you went 7-0. Coach went 6-1. And that first week, you went 5-1, and Coach went 5-1. So, I mean, got a good. I gotta do better. I keep trying to pick these swing games, and they ain't working out for me. But top 10 for this week, like I say, it was not a unanimous top 10 for this week. We'll go 10-1. A lot of stuff happened. A lot of folks, went and played. Some folks didn't win, so it kind of changed things. But number 10, we got Sebring this week. Number 9, we have Lake Gibson. 8, we have Davenport. 7, we have Bartow. 6, McKeel. 5, Discovery. 4, Jordan Christian Prep. 3, Victory Christian. 2, Santa Fe. And 1, Winter Haven. Oh, like I said, it was not unanimous. And a lot of conversation. And that is who we are, who we have. Clearly, Raheem Starr does not agree with it. And that's totally fine. We'd love to see your top 10, Mr. Raheem Starr, to kind of compare to ours. But once again,
that's a player name.
I'm reading, just clicked up LOL. They watching on YouTube, so I'm assuming that they got an issue. Usually when they LOL, they got some what the kids say, they got some beef. So Let's post yours so we can discuss. We don't debate on it. We discuss. Anyway, 1 Winter Haven, 2 Santa Fe, 3 Victory, 4 Jordan Christian Prep, 5 Discovery, 6 McKill, 7 Bartow, 8 Davenport, 9 Lake Gibson, 10 Sebring. And so you all know I kind of go and try to make sure that I post daily. We post daily about where people playing at. So when they looked at who's playing next week or this week, we'll post it on the page tomorrow. But it was interesting that there are some people that are playing this week, and there are some people that are choosing not to play this week. So just for your calendar's sake, Winter Haven is at the Kingdom of the Sun, looking to defend their championship. They won the championship last year, and they got the first round bye. Victory is at the Kingdom of the Sun. They play Rockledge first. Jordan Christian Prep will be in Panama City at a Christmas tournament. Bartow will be at Palm Beach. Probably the first time that Bartow's stayed in state. They usually go out of state, so that's different from Bartow this year. Lake Region is going to be playing at the Lakeland Christmas tournament. Lakeland is going to be hosting the tournament this week. Arbondale will be in Daytona at the Mainland Shootout. Jenkins will be in Daytona at the Mainland Shootout. Ridge will be in Daytona at the Mainland Shootout. Sebring will be in the Lakeland Christmas tournament. Lakeland obviously will be too. Frostproof will be in Moorhaven. And Excel will be in Cumberland County. Haines City, there says TBA they're playing, but it doesn't say where they're playing at. Lake Placid say they playing, don't say where they playing at. And Hardee's says theirs playing, but it don't say where they playing at.
Lake Placid.
And the people that are not playing this week based off of what's on Max Preps. So if it's different, my source is Max Preps, where schedules are supposed to be. It does show McKill playing, Davenport, Avon Park, Lake Gibson, Discovery, Lake Wells, Moorbury, Fort Meade, Lakeland Christian, or Kathleen. So, thoughts on who is? I don't think Santa Fe playing this week either. Santa Fe not playing this week either by Max Preps. So, what's your thoughts on playing versus not playing this week? So that means some people ain't played since school got out.
Who hasn't played since school got out?
Center Rock, Lakeland Christian.
Oh, them are really. What?
You. Bruh, you asked the question, man. Then you're gonna be
Who you name, y'all?
Bruh, I named who it is, man. You asked the question. I wasn't gonna say no names, but I ain't gonna answer. So anyway, thoughts on this week, man. Playing, not playing, where people playing at. Do we get it? Do we bring back championships this week? Say again.
Are those the only two teams that not playing?
No, I'm sure it's more than that.
More. You kind of, Okay.
I'm pretty sure that number is like double digits on teams that are not playing.
It's more teams playing this week than last year. I'll say that, but it's still a lot. It's still double digits choosing not to play.
Like overall, I'm pretty sure that's over double digits. The teams are not playing. My thing is like when I was a player and when I was a coach, it wasn't no options about not playing.
Yeah, I'm so confused.
We was gonna play before Christmas. We was gonna play after Christmas. That's just the standard. I don't.
Where's the fun at in the seat? The seat. Then you only get 1 month of good basketball.
I don't know what's the new thinking on this, but this is the time where we got a lot of practice time in the gym. We were able to do a lot of team bonding stuff because it wasn't in school, and we was able to get out and go places to measure to see where we were. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just lost on you're not playing, and then you got January, and then playoffs start in February.
Yeah.
So you basically got 1 month of good basketball. I thought it used to be like December and January were like the months that you actually took in to play games. to get ready for to February.
Yeah.
Second week of February is playoffs, right? District.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Have we ever have do you know, coach, and you know it more than clearly me, maybe PG, no, I'm sure. Is okay. I'll add it then, coach. Yeah, all I can go off is Matt's props unless get sent to me. So I'll add it. Thank you. So McKeel is playing too. And what has a team made it to the Civic Center without playing in the Christmas time?
I was just, the same team that go to Civic Center be the same ones playing.
No, coach. It's no way you can not play and have a conversation about going to Lakeland.
So if I'm not
programs are playing before and after Christmas. Programs are playing.
So if I'm not playing, I'm kind of sort
The
of
ones that are competing for championships are playing during this time.
Yeah, ain't no break.
Other people we just playing rec ball essentially.
Yeah, their goals are different. Let's just say that their goals are different.
That's a good way to say it. Goals are different.
I don't get why you would want to play at schools that they ain't playing over Christmas. When you say all this transfer stuff that go on, I would be telling these coaches, show me the schedule. Ain't no break.
I just it's so different now. Thank you, Mr. Medina. We got the school right, but I guess the area wrong. It just say Cumberland County High School on Matt's Press. But we'll update that too from Excel. I just want to make sure it's clear for folks that's watching and listening with us that we can only get information that's provided. So if we post something incorrect and you tell us it's wrong, we'll correct it. But when we look, we can only go off what we see or what's sent to us, and everybody's not consistent with what they send or what they post. That's a strategy for some people. They don't want their stuff out there because they don't want people scouting them. So I get it. So I'm not knocking it. It's just when folks come asking, that's it is what it is. But yeah, I just thought that's interesting for who choosing to play, and like I say, who's also choosing not to play. But I just know it was always a non-negotiable. Hey, for us, but then the kids, they want to play. Kids didn't want to be home chilling, and they know other kids playing. Now, if everybody off, like today, the NBA, the whole NBA was off, right? And so you off. But tomorrow, say again.
It's just weird. I don't understand. Like, with the season seems so short without playing.
I said the expectations are different, bro. But then you wonder why you're not competing for a championship, let alone a district championship. Like I said, what are your expectations? What are your goals? It can't be to compete for the postseason. It can't be.
And you can't even get a full 25 games without playing in during the Christmas break, can you? So you're not even playing a full schedule at this point.
Right, it's tough unless you front load it heavy. Like, bro, we especially in 12, bro, we play every weekend.
Yeah,
every weekend we was somewhere playing. You know what I'm saying? We had to get those challenging games, so we had to play in a shootout every weekend.
You got to get them games in, man. I was looking at the schedule stuff today. I mean, what's the name ain't playing no what's the name wasn't they ain't playing a national schedule, but when they been playing some people, like so they playing the river and Victor playing some people too. I mean, like on purpose. Like you say, whether it ends up working out or not, in the end, they doing all they can to be in position for it to work out. I mean, you put your kids in front of folks, you put them on the road, you get them good competition, and like you say, it just was a non-negotiable, and I didn't know it. But things have changed, like we keep saying. It was a non-negotiable to play home and home, So it's a lot of stuff that's kind of out the window that used to be in the window. So, but yeah, we'll post these on the page of who's playing this week. We'll add McKeel to the list of who's playing and take them off to who's not playing. But maybe somebody will be the first. It's always got to be a first, right? So maybe somebody who's not playing this week can make it, can push through and be the first, right?
Man, coach, you gotta see, that people that really want to play. You know what I'm saying? Like we had a text message that come through this week, like, hey, somebody in the Kingdom of the Sun dropped out. That was a prime opportunity for somebody to jump on that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody be talking about they want the smoke, they want the smoke, they want the smoke. I don't think a lot of people actions is saying that.
Some play for district championships, some play for the big one.
And some people play. I won't say that. so we'll get a lot of flack from that. All right, man. So our honor roll from this past week got 7 guys we want to recognize. First one to recognize, we talked about it earlier, Isaac Salazar, 30 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists in the championship game up in Tennessee over Hoover, Alabama. Quay Clark from Davenport, 28 points, 8 rebounds, 4 steals against in the semis against Vero Beach. Axel,
up.
say again?
They're putting some numbers up.
Yeah, some good numbers, bro. Axel Acevedo, 20 points versus Faith Christian tournament game the other day.
That's the state champion from a year ago.
Say again?
Didn't they? No, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm thinking girls. My bad.
The Aquarius Marks Winterhaven won the Slam Dunk Championship up at the Alpha Invitational.
That's awesome.
That's one jet jumped over the 2 kids'
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got some thoughts for real.
LJ Kaysen had 31 points, 6 rebounds Saturday versus Windermere Prep down in the City of Palms. George.
Stop real quick. What was the other stats of the players in their win?
I think 8, 8, 7. I think nobody else had double figures.
All right.
Okay. George Ramirez from Hayes City had 33 points, 4 rebounds, 5 steals, 3 assists versus Avon Park. And Marcus Smothers had 20 points in the loss versus St. Pete Gibbs. So shout out to those 7 young men. We'll post you in the morning. And give you flowers on the page. So mid-season check-in. Biggest surprise, biggest disappointment. We're going biggest surprise right now. Who's your biggest surprise at the mid point of the season?
Is
that big surprise? I guess. Okay.
I have to agree with that. They've came in and surprised some people. So, hats off to Twin and his team and hopefully, continued success with them.
Biggest disappointment.
I think all the teams is where I expect them to be at. Doing
no surprise. Everybody's exactly who you thought. They're right where they thought they would be.
Bartow plays a tough schedule, so they can take losses on the chin. I thought Santa Fe and Victory would be in the top 4. Auburndale being as trash as they is, that might be the biggest disappointment. They terrible.
Yeah, but we knew they wasn't good this summer.
1 win.
You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of programs that are not. Kathleen, Lakewell.
Yeah, I ain't surprised about Lakewell with the boy leaving.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just saying traditional programs are not usually where they're at.
I'm not used to hearing Auburndale, Kathleen be 1-5 and 1-7, whatever it is. So I would say disappointed that the prime schools, the schools that normally do it. Man, I won't even rank McKill number 6.
That was gonna be my next thing. What's going on with the Blue Bloods? If we want to say Blue Bloods in Polk County, and I
was surprised that they played as good as they did against Santa Fe. That was a good battle.
So McKill is at 6 a surprise.
No, I think they're at where they're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying?
They ain't playing nobody. What their wins look like, Coach? Pull them up.
But what I'm saying is, what's the rest of the county look like? Puma? And that's what I've been saying the whole time.
Pull the wins up, Coach. Pull the wins up.
What the rest of the county look like?
Trash.
Exactly.
That's why we went to 10. That's why we went to top 10.
We need to go to 3.
So, what's going on with the Mount Rushmores of the county? The Blue Bloods of the county, not Mount Rushmore. The Blue Bloods of the county.
I don't know. Transfer portal. That's what's going on.
I mean, we've said it before that coaches got to continue to recruit their own kids, Coach.
Like, Auburndale lost a kid. They lost multiple kids, right? The football kids went, so that's tough for him. He lost like 3. He probably lost like 3 or 4 players, right?
He lost about 3 of them. All
tough. But I still don't accept them to go 1-7 or whatever it is. Kathleen lost two starters.
2 starters.
That's big for them. And we had them picked in the top 5, right? Preseason.
Who?
Kathleen.
But we had to pick with their guys before they lost them, though. So that's our disclaimer. They ain't not playing with who we rate them with. Because they lost a big kid back to St. Pete, and they lost Bradford to Santa Fe.
You can't talk and say Lakeland a surprise or disappointment because they ain't played with 3 games.
Coach, they didn't play yesterday?
Who?
Lakeland, they played Friday. That was their 3rd game.
So they only played 1 game?
Yes, sir. They're gonna be playing. They're gonna be all they're gonna be doing is playing game after December, January. Need to tarmac some of these guys with the whack, Coach.
Hey, man.
So, who said that?
Mike. So what, Mike? Well, on that note, who? So if we did a mid-season check, who would be coach of the year?
What?
We do these awards, so we just doing a mid-year check-in, boss. Do we have a coach of the year? We may not have one. I'm just putting it out there.
Winter Haven.
So what's that?
Right, yeah, mid-season. Blicker. I think I would say Blicker. Blicker would get my vote.
Mid-season, you got Blicker. Okay. Coach, I know you're a little tough on coaches, so you may not want to participate.
Yeah,
you going to abstain from
out on that one.
Yeah. Okay.
We expect the Winter Haven to win. We expect the Victory to win. Those are our top 2 teams.
So we didn't expect Blicker to be 9-2 right now.
No, I didn't. Blicker ain't raised no hell during the summer, did he?
No, he didn't raise no hell during the summer.
So I would say, I mean, just on my vote, I mean, I would give, like, you know what I'm saying, as coach of the year. But he did get in one transfer or 2?
He got 2.
He got 2.
Who was the second one? I knew about Malachi.
You got Broff, and you got the kid from Jenkins, the guard, Antonio Wright.
Oh.
He averaged like 15 a game for Jenkins last year. For Jenkins, he's pretty good player too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I would give mine Blicker. We all expect the Winter Haven to be where they're at. Like, you know, we picked them to make it to state.
Coach Jones, we know coaches are judged off wins and losses. You know what I'm saying? We're not saying that coaches are not working hard or anything like that, but it's your job as a coach to maximize your team's talent. And I can say that some coaches are not doing that.
There's no way Ambo's up here talking about outstanding with a one and some record. Come on, man. Ain't no outstanding with a 1-some record. You won some, ain't outstanding, Ambo.
Are we sleeping?
I ain't never talked about Excel, so I don't even.
Are we? Well, I mean that's coming. So you had never said nothing, but
I see in the comments. That's a great one, bro.
Sleeping on Excel. I mean, they 4-1 right now, but I mean,
Coach, they got some different circumstances that, shout out to coaching what they're doing, but they just got some different circumstances. You know what I'm saying? So it's never gonna be a popular conversation on this podcast.
Yeah, we know like Eric just got put losing three valuable players puts you in that position, but I ain't giving nobody no outstanding job to be sorry.
No, he wasn't talking about Arbor. He was talking about Winter Haven.
Who? Ambo?
Well, Ambo saying, does it mean just because he winning, does that dismiss that he not doing a good job at Woodside? I guess that's what he's saying.
Oh, I just saw because coaches win. I ain't even read it right.
Right, that's what I'm saying. He said he put another comment and said Winter Haven, because I guess he thought he was talking about Arbondale. So just because he got the talent, I guess he's saying Woodside still got to coach it. And
the expectation, like I wouldn't say he's not doing an outstanding job, but when I'm looking at coach of the year of those two, because those two the names I mentioned, I said Winter Haven first, then I said I would take Blicker. I'm looking at like there's nothing that's surprising about Winter Haven. Those kids been playing together for 4 years now.
Well,
you got two studs, you got two Division I players been playing together probably since 5th grade or something. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking the coaching because you got to build around them, and you got the other kid that came from Jordan Christian. Is that kid there? Nobody's talking about that kid.
He's still there. Mosley.
Yeah, he ain't got no stats.
He ain't got the stats.
He has. Yeah, he's solid. He's been like a double guy. He's playing well.
I just gave Franklin the breakdown on why Blicker. Like I didn't expect them to be number 3 when after the summer they wasn't raising any hell for me to say that. And I mean everybody look at it like I'm not a Blicker fan, but I'm gonna keep it real. Out of those top 3 teams, he winning. He doing something that surprised me to say he could be coach of the year.
But also it's not surprising because of how he approaches the summer. He kind of approaches it also like McGriff does with development and giving kids the opportunity in certain situations to see how well they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? So like people approach the summer different. Some people approach the summer to try to win summer league. That was never our goal. I was trying to figure out who I can trust or not.
When Blicker had them 4 studs, he was trying to win against everybody. Summer league, yeah. With Joe and Ray and all them, he wasn't out there playing everybody like that, bro. Like giving extra minutes to other people. They dominated that summer league, didn't they? And then they lost in the championship game or something.
Lost to Jenkins in the championship game with Lee and Kemp, Jaquise now. One thing I give credit as coaching to Coach Woodside with this year. You talked about it earlier in the show, Coach, is how he's developed guys not named Salazar and Phillips, like the kid Boswell and then the Daly kid. Both are playing very well for them, and them 2 kids' names that you didn't really think about. Our thing was on here: is he gonna be deep enough? We know he got the athletes. Is he gonna play them? But right now he's playing them, so hopefully he'll be Mr. Raphael. You were not the first one to mention those 2 players. I know for whatever reason you feel like you're the authority on basketball, but the 3 guys here have a lot of knowledge about basketball way before you decided to come give us all your information from on high. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. Moving right along. And then if you look at Santa Fe really playing with one big, even if he was, and I don't even know if Hudson is really a big. He playing big. He playing bigger than he is. He makes 6'3", 6'4". So for them to go out and compete with folks and be beating people, has to be, that's that. And I spoke to Coach Blicker kind of off through text that I just think he's done a great job with getting those guys to mesh together as playing together. I mean, we know, the headline is Tate and then Hudson, but you got, once again, he's doing a good job with developing other guys as well. So
I'm not knocking what Winterhaven doing, how they getting it built around, but it's not surprising to me.
No. We're just discussing. Yeah, right. We're just discussing.
No, that's what I'm saying. Anybody surprised on a team that we said was going to state? Like, it is not one person here that said Winterhaven was the best team in the county. Not one person that said Winterhaven was going to be the definitely locked in to go to state. So what's surprising about what they're doing?
And the thing on it is, if we go, just to go back, because I got time today, nobody, if you want to specify kids, nobody got them at the top of their class, neither do you. So keep it a buck. I mean, they great role player. They're doing a great job for Winterhaven, but let's keep it, keep it real. But anyway, so if Winterhaven, Woodside, Santa Fe, we say they probably doing the best job. Not meaning other people not doing good jobs, but if we had to go to a coach standpoint,
I would pick Blicker mid-season.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Like I said, Winterhaven, but again, if we say Winterhaven, Woodside, we'll get crucified. Oh, they only picking the best team who's ranked number one. Some people will be feeling like that. I mean, looking at it just from the job that's being done by a team that y'all would have to probably wake me up and give me a cup of coffee after the summer. Just say they that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't a fan of this Santa Fe. I'm keeping it real. I like that he's actually. If I'm going, I just like. I said Winterhaven first. I was like Winterhaven. Then I looked. I said, dang, got to give credit where credit's due. Blicker.
And it's probably not a surprise that those three guys, Blicker, Woodside, Blicker, and then Fitzgerald.
I expect Fitzgerald to win. I expect them. I think I'm hard on them because we want them to make it so bad.
Yeah.
So I'm just hard on them. That's why I stopped doing the LJ stats to say what were the other kids' stats, because they not gonna beat that team with just 31, 8, 8, and 8, 8. I want them to make it. So I'm hard on Fitz them.
We hard on people that we
ain't surprised. I thought Fitz can't surprise me. Like, there's nothing Victory could do right now that would surprise me and say, oh, well, Victory just. I expected them to be the second, but I don't pick Santa Fe over them. So let's be clear. Me and you've been going back and forth. I think with all y'all, right? I had Victory at number 2. Or if I did put,
I mean, Victory from last year to now, Victory basically has been behind Winterhaven. We have said that all year. You know what I'm saying? But we try not to reward losing also. You know what I'm saying? Like, head to head, they're going to have a chance to prove which one the better team. If I had to pick, if I'm picking head to head, I can tell you who I'm picking in January. I'm picking Victory. Exactly. I'm picking Victory. When they go head to head, I'm picking Victory. You know what I'm saying?
Haven goes head to head with Victory. You picking Victory in January?
Santa Fe.
Oh, Victory Santa Fe. You got Victory. Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, we try to reward people with winning. Right? I know Polk Hoops does. Polk Hoops try to reward people with winning.
Kill in the top 6.
You know what I'm saying? So, we're gonna try to give you your flowers for winning. But just don't think because you are probably ranked higher than one of the teams that you are better than them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a real tough.
That's what happens. That's the problem we run into. Like, that's the problem we run into, man. Because there's no way I pick McKeel over Bartow. If we had Bartow McKeel Tuesday night, all three of us would pick who?
Bartow.
But we got McKeel ranked over Bartow.
Like you said, but we can't reward losing too. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to do the best we can.
But that's the argument we had last week about rewarding.
And we're gonna continue to have that argument next week.
We're gonna have it. We're gonna have it with us. We have it all day in the text. We always disagree in text messages. But I just don't like when y'all said Discovery. How in the hell they number 2? I had to take this week to get couple jabs in the mouth, you know, a couple two pieces.
Bro, there was some haymakers, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
What you
Even
talking
with
about?
the McKill, like even with McKill over Bartow right now, do they play each other? Please tell me they play each other.
No.
Bro, what they got hit with?
Two pieces, guys.
Bro, they got hit with a 2-piece.
Double, they got double hit with it.
Bro, what they did, like what's the name did? What they do?
Steroid sausage.
What
Hey,
the-
they came in with them steroid sausages.
Hey man, what God, you know, R.I.P. But what the dude name was that gave Kobe the 2-piece?
Roger Bell.
No, get name again with a C back in the day.
Wasn't that Charles?
Yeah,
Chris
child.
Yeah, Chris Childs. Chris Childs, come on. They Chris Childs discovered last week, huh, with the 2-piece.
Yeah, I don't like Mulberry. I mean, McKill ain't played nobody,
Oh man.
which is smart. I mean, don't play nobody and get the kids energy and all that hyped up. You supposed to do that.
Oh man. So
That helped them get Santa Fe. Not playing, you know, because of the rival. They fought in that game. So it ain't bad.
so mid-season player of the year. Is that easier or is that harder?
That's coming from Winter Haven.
I say Isaac Salazar.
Yeah, that's easy. That's coming from Winter Haven, bro. That's easy.
So Salazar is the mid-season player of the year right now.
Yeah, him and Jamie doing it. I mean, both of them playing so well. I go co-player of the year.
I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, but that's definitely coming from Winter Haven. They on a different level of playing.
Keep going, coach. What's the next topic?
That was a busy night, man. I got you, man.
Nah, that's good. He put it in the comments, but ain't nobody picking on Rosado over Winter Haven. Boy, stop.
Coach Blicker going at Raphael. I mean, so we saying right now mid-season we got. So if we were to do a newcomer, I know PG, you probably don't know all the new people. So if we had a
Boy
newcomer,
from Discovery, ain't nobody else. That boy from Discovery putting up different stats.
okay.
Hopefully, Dad won't beat me up.
Hope his dad won't be shut by saying he the best newcomer so far to the county.
Yeah, he definitely looking at that top 6. He's definitely looking at that top 6 that we discussed early in the year.
Yeah, kid tough.
Yeah. We got some folks that that came around that we found.
Not an 8th grader though, coach. That 8th grader is actually playing very solid against really, really good teams.
For who?
For Victory.
Quentin.
Oh yeah, he need to play Quentin more.
So we can say Winter Haven playing 8 and you say 9 when they get the other kid back. Victory not playing 8 or 9 right now, right? Victory playing like 6 or 7, right?
I don't know. I haven't seen them play.
I haven't seen new stats don't show impress me at all.
Santa Fe playing about 6 or 7, well, probably about 7, I think, consistently. So
what Blicker talking about? Like when we went to Sam, or
Blicker talking to old boy. He's saying that essentially when people go outside the county, he was going at Santa Fe and then Discovery. When they go out the county, the truth come out that they getting beat. So Blicker giving them some stats on.
So Franklin team is frostproof.
Franklin guy is Rosado, and then everything negative.
So his team got to be frostproof. Then his team got to be frostproof.
Yeah, I'm trash. Not y'all two. I'm trash with everything I say, but then he like Rosado.
Oh, Rosado definitely the business, but frostproof trash. Like, come on, man. Like, what? What are you talking about?
Enough is enough. We gotta put it out there, huh?
Yeah.
305. Okay, well, I'm sorry, this 863. So if you 305, we can't help you here. We 863.
Do Blicker play for do Santa Fe play Frostproof? Cause that'll get ugly.
They may play them in the district. They're in
Boy,
the same
Blicker not
district.
gonna call no dogs off, boy. Listen, he gonna remember this post that Tuma was giving him credit to be coach of the year, and Franklin was talking about why Blicker. Boy, you don't know what you just did. You don't realize what you just did. Blicker would not call the dogs off. He probably gonna have some t-shirts with F all over them. The big letter F in warm up.
FR 305. So
Bro, I'll be in attendance for that one.
man. Yeah. What's name I have 40, then that's gonna probably be the start and end of it. He'll get his 40, and that be that.
But let's be real. If Rosado would have stayed at Lake Wales, he'll still be getting the same numbers.
I know. He wouldn't have got him at Barton.
And he would be winning.
Lake Wells don't what they don't want three. Well, 3 of the last 4 because they lost one in Fleming Island, I think.
But we're not finna hype up them stats at Frostproof. So stop it, Franklin.
Stop it, Frankie. What the kids say, stop the cap.
Stop it, Frankie. You ain't got to tell us that Rosado. We've been know Rosado was the deal.
Nah, he was the first one to know about Rosado too. So, he's the first one to know about everything as it relates to Polk County basketball.
Oh, I get Frankie pushing for his kid, man. Hell, Donald Trump still want to be president.
That's true.
So he pushing for the kid, but we ain't surprised at nothing he doing.
Yeah. No, we surprised, Coach. We just found out. So, hey, man. So that's about all we got for tonight, man. We appreciate y'all tapping in and rocking with us, man. And we know that in a couple of minutes it'll be Christmas.
I do got a question before we leave, though.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Both of y'all. How many players we got? How many players do you think do we have? Give it like a percentage. I don't know how many seniors we have that's going to be playing college basketball next year.
Well, I can tell you. Let me. We
got three Division I players.
3. So this is kind of funny you said this. They had the football rankings, not rankings. Signing early signing day was this week, right? And I read Colorado signed 5 high school players. I listened to a clip where SMU was telling a bunch of high school guys at his school that we only gonna pick 7 high school guys. I saw where her son.
So let me rephrase it then, Coach, because I might get how many are gonna play. How many are gonna play Division I or Division II basketball? How many seniors? You can go to Division III and go pay for school and be on a team.
So we saying 1 or 2. We saying Division I, Division II, FBS, FCS,
and you can say JUCO too, right? We can say a Class A JUCO, best JUCO like Polk State. In all those, because you can go to a smaller JUCO school nowadays.
And we just saying 2024.
Yeah, just 2024.
All right. So we got 2 already signed.
Division I and Division II.
We got 2 already signed, right? With Isaac and Jamie. If we saying Division I.
You got LJ, that's locked. That's 3.
Oh, LJ, 3. I'm sorry, we got 3 this side. My bad, LJ.
I'm watching Florida Atlanta play right now, or rerun.
Yeah, they not all right. Them people.
Arizona, yeah, I'm watching that game.
Oh, yeah.
He got a strong adjustment he gonna have to make because they do a lot of movement.
They always moving, yeah. They always moving. And
he's ball dominant.
You're not gonna have the ball all the time either.
Yeah, he's gonna have to learn how to play differently.
Yeah.
In the 24 class,
Division III, man, you can go to Division III and pay for school. That don't count. Yeah, but you know that.
So
I can go pay for school.
So I'm saying
went way out the what that place called where it snow every day is always cold? Alaska. We were like the movie. What that movie was called? Hoop Dreams was what that movie was called when they went
Cool Runnings.
Are we counting JUCO? Yes or no?
I want to say Division I JUCO.
Are we count?
It's the one JUCO.
Are we counting JCP? Because JCP got two guys that's gonna go D1.
Yeah, you got to count it.
Okay, so then those two count. Then I don't think nobody really know about the Diamond kid gonna go probably end up going Power 5, but at least he gonna go D1 just off of size alone.
Okay, so you saying we got 4 or 5 right now?
NAIA gift for
Another kid that they got another kid at JCP they got the Diamond kid is 6'8", and the Stokovich kid he's 6'8" too. I think they're gonna get a little just off their size.
And I agree.
I don't know NAIA school, so y'all got to help me. I'm cool.
Well, NAIA is different. It can work out where they're not paying for anything, but that money source.
Southeastern NAIA? That Southeastern NAIA? Is Southeastern NAIA?
Southeastern is like Warner, Weber, right?
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we can mention them.
Southeastern is in that class too, right?
So you probably talking about 8 kids off the top of my head.
I'm gonna say if you count,
that's crazy. I didn't know what Southeastern was, bro. Like coming from Florida Southern, like we just didn't talk about Southeastern basketball, so I didn't know what they were.
Gotcha.
Thought they were like D3 or something.
I think it's more than 8 because if you tap in, I mean if you saying straight Polk County, but if you say the area that we cover, because I think that's the kid from
Sebring. Kid from Sebring.
Yeah, he's 6'9". He gonna go.
So this might be one of the most loaded classes of college players then, just not Division I.
Yeah, then
that's why I asked. I want to compare.
You already got a 3 for Division I, and in the 2 for JCP probably go D1. So that's gonna be 5. The rest of them, like you got Alex, probably. I think Alex can play D1 JUCO, but I don't think he's gonna go D1 JUCO. He'll probably end up in NAIA. You probably get Sylvester down at Sebring. He probably play D1 JUCO. Ed Wiggins play D1 JUCO. Vash will play D1 JUCO. It's another kid I was thinking about. The kid Rick from Bartow. I think he has the talent to play at D1 JUCO, bro. He's double every time I see Bartow post some snaps.
He giving some good numbers. Good.
Now you see how interesting this conversation just went, and it's leading up to what we talked about probably earlier. I think we either talked about it off or on. All right, when you just bring up the Colorado situation,
right?
I know where you was going. Now I'm gonna show you where I was going with it.
Okay.
We'll have no kid able to play Division II basketball, and why is that? What does Division II basketball do now?
They recruit from the transfer portal from D1.
They just eliminate a whole division because all they wanted to do, and I know because Florida Southern, one of the guys at Florida Southern told me they look for portal kids now.
Jay Fraud done told us that. You know what I'm saying? He's looking in the portal first. Most of his kids are D1 transfer kids.
So we got to go either you Division I or you NAIA. that's crazy.
Or JUCO.
JUCO always though. You know JUCO always gonna
option that our kids don't well in the past have not considered that may not be a bad look with the whole state of stuff. If you're not like we say in D1 and you think that's where you ought to be or you D2, then prep school, a year prep school wouldn't a year prep, you don't lose no year.
But we don't got prep kids, we don't got prep talent. So in that senior class, you either Division I or you NAIA.
Okay.
Ain't no prep. Ain't nobody prep level.
They'll have to pay for it if they did.
Yeah. Just to keep a G. There's no prep kids in this class. So lastly, before we get off, I know we gotta go.
What about Lanier from Victory? And then Dino from Victory.
They can possibly play JUCO somewhere. I don't think D2s will take a chance on them unless it's way out at Midwest somewhere.
So we saying conceivably we got double-digit 24 kids that can go to the next level.
No, I think we got more than that going to the next level.
I'm saying double digits, like
Yeah,
that
yes,
have changes.
that's gonna play
Ability.
at the college level. Like those two
Well,
kids
our
that you
biggest
just
class
mentioned,
then.
they'll play next year.
So we
They
just
will play.
got now. You just got to convince them to their level.
Correct.
Some of them don't feel like this. That's their level that we're talking about. They feel like they're
And
their level.
nobody, I
They're
ain't
But
no
you know
Division
what
One
though?
kid
It's really
basketball.
about programs also. Like the Lanier kid, I think he can go to Edward Waters and play. And Edward Waters is D2 now. I think he can in those type of situations. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
Can a kid go to prep kids can go to prep out of high school without have to pay for it, right? Or most times
They
they go.
can, but most of the time they paying. It depends on what level you at. You know what I'm saying? Are you that type of player that they gonna let you come for free?
I mean,
But
I
most
see
of them are paying.
Coach Blick.
We don't have no prep kids in this senior class.
I see Ed from my viewpoint, kind of not like same type of player, but maybe the same type of route as Jaden is. How Jaden doing real good at Indian River right now, and he's gonna continue to get better because his best basketball I feel is ahead of him. I think Ed's best basketball is Jaden Wynn. He played at Bart, so he's at Indian River right now.
Yeah.
I see
No,
kind of
he at Palm Beach.
I mean Palm Beach. My bad, Palm Beach. But that route that he's on Palm Beach, he at Palm Beach State. My bad, Bartow Nation. But I can see Ed kind of, like I say, not that same type of player. Yeah, I got it. My bad, Coach Blick and Coach Billy Palm Beach State. My bad. But he's doing very well. I think he's like player of the week for them last week. But I think that he kind of got that type of trajectory, if that makes sense. Like I think he ain't gonna continue. I think his best basketball is ahead of him. He ain't played it yet. He been injured a lot, so he ain't really been able to put back-to-back season together. He been hurt most of his career. I know it's frustrating for him, and I know it's frustrating for Bartow because they had such high expectations for him.
But I have no clue on what kid y'all talking about right now.
Say again now?
I have no clue on what kid y'all talking about because he been hurt so much, right?
Yeah, he been injured. He been injured a whole lot. So
I'm
happy. Say again now?
Like the one kid we had ranked number 1 in his class.
His freshman year.
Oh yeah, he ain't talking about him so long.
He been hurt his whole life. He didn't play at all last year. He was hurt the whole year. Just happened. First of all, he helped in playing, but that hopefully people get enough eyes on him to be able to give him a chance. And I think he still got a lot of good ball ahead of him.
But it's really about exposure and who's making those calls for you. Like you can, coaches talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, you may get that opportunity, you may not. It's just who's talking about you, coach.
Good question from Coach Atbo. I'm interested too. Post grad and prep, same thing, different.
It's the same thing.
Same thing. Post grad and prep, same thing.
I mean, it's the same scenario, same situation. You don't lose a year.
If you go right, you're not losing.
You're not losing a year.
Okay.
Well, like I said, in most of those situations, those kids are paying, coach.
Yeah, and we want it to be free as much as possible. That's the goal of playing college ball. Hopefully, is to make it free. Light on you.
If you're paying to play basketball at college, bro, go ahead and be a doctor or dentist. Stop it. Stop it with the dream.
At some point, you gotta go and
go ahead and be that pre-med of the dentist, which is stop it.
Man, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. And just play the intramural circuit, at school. Go and get an intramural circuit 30 a night, huh? Hey, man, still playing. Well, hopefully we can have a conversation. We being the coaches, we being whoever, if we can help whatever to help these kids to understand, the level. Because once again, I just keep going back to Scott. Your level is who coming at you. That's interesting because that's interesting. about that post grad thing. That's interesting. So there's a lot of kids from Polk County doing.
Man, you know who coaching over there at Florida Atlantic now?
Who that?
Casey Hill.
Okay, from Florida.
Yeah.
From Florida. That's
Yeah,
good.
that's gonna be interesting to see LJ get to learn and work with him. He played overseas for some years, right?
Yeah, that's gonna be it's gonna be a good little situation for LJ. I'm excited for LJ to get a chance to go compete with them guys. Well, especially if FAU done came up out of nowhere real quick, and they're like they're going nowhere, so it's gonna be a good situation for him. He picked the right school. He didn't get caught up in the hype. He picked the right school that's for him. All three of them guys did. So that's happy I was that them guys picked what worked for them, not what the fans, as you said, not what the stands say, but what was their best situation.
Are they senior heavy, Billy D?
Who?
FAU.
I don't know.
But they got a boy, Jonell Davis. Boy, he got 25 right now.
They play so fast and hard, man. They play fast and hard. I like watching them play. Coach Sessom say that Cam Brown from McKill went post grad and playing in England now. Shout out to Cam Brown from McKill. He used to go out.
What kid y'all just named?
What kid you say got 25 too?
Oh shoot. Man, I don't forgot that fast. Hold on, let me see. Pull up his stats again. He number one for them.
You're a junior.
Oh yeah, let's he go pro. He look like he can go.
They have 1, 2.
Davis.
They got 3 seniors.
Might say he ended up with 35, bro.
Jeez. He's a two guard, right? He's a two guard.
But they got 3 seniors, and like I said, bro, they're gonna continue to hit the portal.
That's why they got so good, right? They got portal kids, right?
Try to
2 teams that hit the portal and
get a kid like LJ, bro. That it matches in well, bro.
Yeah.
And then Kansas State hit the portal heavy too, and they both made it to the Final Four last year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the way. That's the reality now. So like you're saying, it's almost like, if you're not a major D1, and the thing I know I saw with Hassani was speaking to a football coach, but I mean it relates. The guy was saying he asked the guy in the conversation. He posted the text message. What advice should I give to these kids? Dude said, tell them to commit as early as possible. Don't be waiting around. So if you got something, go ahead and commit. That's the advice that college coach gave him to get the kids coming up. So because it's even less spots in basketball than football. So you can't be sitting out there playing around and waiting. The waiting game is a thing of the past now as it relates to college basketball.
That would be my advice. Go ahead and commit. You haven't signed nothing yet, and let somebody try to flip you.
Yeah, you gotta go.
We have no doubt about LJ, Frankie, but he just got to learn the college game.
Yeah, I mean,
all right, man, get off, man.
Get your money, so. All right, man. Look at this. Hey, man, y'all enjoy your holiday, man. Merry Christmas to you and yours, man, from Polk. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Good luck on the teams this week. Y'all be safe, get better, stay healthy. Until next time, Polk, we out, man. Happy holidays.